Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, April 3rd, 2012. This is Talk to Me Tuesday number 36. Gonna try and make this quick. I am coming to you live from my craft room, which is almost done. I still have a lot of sorting to do on my yarn. I do have a couple shelves and some stuff over there to go through, but hopefully tomorrow I can get that finished. Keeping my fingers crossed. I actually went and purchased a small bookshelf to put out here, which my daughter was a sweetheart enough to put together for me for my craft books and magazines that I'm going to be keeping. So, yay! Can't wait. Keeping my fingers crossed to get that finished tomorrow. And then maybe next week I can do a room tour. Yay! So, on with the crafting. I've shown forever cakes on here that I've made so far for my son and my daughter for their birthday. It is my daughter's boyfriend's birthday tomorrow, and he's not really into cake. He likes cheesecake better, so I decided that I would do a forever cheesecake for him. So I went Sunday, I picked out a brown that's a soft brown, and I said that'll work for the crust on the cheesecake, and then I bought an Aran color because I wanted a creamy looking color for the cheesecake itself. Unfortunately, I didn't buy any red, but thank God my daughter actually had some cherry red in Red Heart yarn that I used to make the cherries for on top. So, ta-da! Here's his cheesecake. Kind of like the crust, I actually made it thin because it looked really too thick the first time I did it. But there's the cheesecake, there's the cherries on top. I was thinking of putting a puddle of like glaze underneath them, but decided, we want to get too crazy right now. Maybe next time I do one, I'll try that. So, there's this cheesecake. Yay! Done. Woohoo! So, anybody interested? You want a bite? I've had everybody walk around going, it's not edible. But there's his cheesecake. So, that's one thing done. Next thing is While my daughter and I were out last Thursday, we stopped by the library because I had books to drop off. I went into the craft section looking for anything they might have I might want, and I actually found a book for a crochet method that in the 40 years, and I did say it, 40 years I've been crocheting, have never seen this method, never heard of this method, never even knew it existed. And I've done a lot of YouTube surfing through crafts and crocheting and this and that. And for some reason I never ran across this. It is called Interlocking Crochet. This is the book, and it's by Tanis Gallic. It is a really cool book. It makes some really, really nice fabric, different patterns of yarn. They have what's known as single-sided patterns, and then they have what's known as double-sided patterns. The single-sided patterns look the same on one side, and it's just reverse of the pattern on the other. And then the double-sided are actually two different patterns. There's one pattern on one side and a different pattern on the other. So I'm going to show you what I have done so far. First one I tried was the zigzag, and this is it right here. Really cool. My daughter says it looks like a bunch of stairs. And then when you turn it over, this is what it looks like. So you get more of the white, more of the cream color on this side, and more of the gray on this side. The next one I did was called Castle Top, and that is this. You see the little like ramparts or whatever they call them on the castles, and then you have this side, which I think is like really cool. So you get more of the burgundy here, more of the gray there, but that's castle tops. And those are the single-sided. They don't really change, the pattern doesn't change. The next one I did, and you'll have to excuse it, I ran out of gray yarn just as I was finishing the edging off. So I had to substitute with a little of the cream color, but that's okay. Next one I tried is squares, and this is a double side, so this is squares on one side, and then crosses on the other. Really cool. So there's squares, And you see where I ran out there. And crosses. I think it's really cool. And then the last one I tried is called the Granny Square. And then on the opposite side is the lacy Granny Square. So I think it's, I love this pattern. I think it's like really cool. They do have an Afghan in the book for a blanket, a pattern. Yeah, they have an Afghan in the book. A pattern in the book for an Afghan. So there's Granny Square and then lacy Granny Square. And I decided these will be hot mats, pot holders, whatever, you know, because they're make a nice thick material. And then in the book they have a pattern for a reversible envelope evening bag, and it's actually made out of nylon, but I don't have any of that, surprisingly enough. So I just used, it's kind of like a serging, it says serging thread on it, but it's actually like a lightweight yarn, maybe a sport weight of yarn, I don't know. It's really cool. Somebody gave it to me years ago, and I've used it for I don't know how many things. I actually made a big Afghan log cabin Afghan for my brother and sister-in-law, and I still have a lot of it. But this is the bag. The pattern itself is called horizontal Moorish lattice or lattice, and vertical Moorish lattice or lattice. Duh, I can't even talk right. I'm tired. So this is one side of the bag, and then through the magic of reversal, this is the other side. Yay! So it's actually two bags in one. So you can have it this way, or this is actually my favorite way, is this way here, because I love that greenish color. Or you can have it this way. Ta-da! And the only thing I haven't done yet is put the buttons on. It seems like every time I show a pouch or a bag that requires a button, I'm still got to put the button on. But, so that's what I've done. Bag, a couple of these, cheesecake, work on my craft room. If you are interested, you can go online. They do have interlockingcrochet.com is the website. If you're a member, you can get some patterns. It's not really, doesn't really teach you as much about doing it, but it teaches you enough that you should be able to get by. If you are interested in purchasing the book, you can actually get it at Barnes & Noble at a really good price. It's $16 and some change, plus you got to figure tax and shipping, or you can get it in ebook form, which is only $15.40, which requires no tax and no shipping. So I think that's about it for me. I look forward to watching everyone's videos. I hope everyone has a wonderfully crafty week, a wonderfully crafty weekend. Excuse me, I'm croaking. Look forward to getting my room done, hopefully, so that I can do a room tour on it. But other than that, for me, it is definitely good night. For you, it is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, whatever it is. I really do hope it's a great one, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.